Hello and welcome to this episode of Tech in Style. Now, to follow on from a previous episode where Spode gave me an amazing top tip on increasing my wireless connection.
Made a difference.
It made a very big difference. All I had to do was change channels by reconfiguring the router, and it's been blissful ever since. Now, I thought maybe we could give more top tips on how to increase your wireless connection.
Obviously, changing the channel isn't going to work for everyone.
No.
I mean, what it comes down to is the fact that there's a saturation of all these different wireless networks around, and everybody is using these wireless networks. So the next option is to basically move to a different type of wireless network. Most wireless networks are on the 2.4 gigahertz band, the spectrum. There are now quite a few routers out there. I know that Asus produce a few that can work with 5 gigahertz instead of 2.4. You'll probably see these listed down as a dual band router because it supports 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. And because this is running in a completely different area, it means that you're only competing with other people on the 5 gigahertz spectrum. So suddenly you're looking around your Wi-Fi analyzer, instead of seeing 30 or 40 different wireless networks and you can't find a free channel, there's only one. Now there are some downsides. The main downside is obviously you'd need to buy a new router, but you know, it's always nice to have an excuse to buy something new. And secondly, you need to make sure that all your devices support 5 gigahertz. So you know, your phones and your laptops and your tablets.
What do I do with my devices that don't support 5 gigahertz?
Well, there are a couple of different options. The first option is, say for instance, if it's a laptop, you could get like a USB adapter that will work on 5 gigahertz. Some of those are quite small now. Or if you have a dual band router, what that means is it can be on 2.4 and 5 gigahertz at the same time. Which means the devices that you have that are capable of 5 gigahertz can work with it, and the devices that you have that aren't can fall back to the 2.4 gigahertz. Obviously, then you're still going to have your issues with your saturated wireless network, but it means that in the interim, you know, you're not making an exclusive network. So.
That sounds really good. So, are there any downsides to 5 gigahertz?
Other than the compatibility issue, because obviously this is early days, people have only just started really working with this. The other major downside, which could be seen as an upside, is that the signal can't go as far and it can't penetrate as many walls, for example. But also it means that if we all end up moving to 5 gigahertz and they're also less powered, we're going to get less interference issues anyway, because they're not going to be spreading outside of our houses. It's not so much a downside, it's just a difference, I would say.
Great. Well, guys, if you've got a problem with your wireless connection, then hopefully this episode or the previous episode will sort you out, because I feel like there's some great top tips there.
Yeah, definitely. And if you've got some other top tips along the same lines, do head into the forum and let us know.
Absolutely. And if you'd like to see any future episodes, then please subscribe on YouTube or iTunes, and we'll see you next episode.
Bye. Neato.